What's up, guys? Hope you're well. Today we are back again with another Sniper Elite Resistance video. So basically, today what I want to talk about is the Axis invasion. I've done the 70 kills and got the ghillie suit and everything. So while I was doing the playthrough of the Axis invasion, I noticed that a lot of players don't know how to deal with the invader, or some people are really good and then they kill you instantly. They know where you are. So I just wanted to make some tips, and hopefully it'll help other people be a very good invader or a hired assassin, if you may. So basically, the first thing I want to talk about is you have to be patient. Being patient is one of the best things that you've got, because the other player, he usually has an objective to complete, right? Like, say, he will have to complete the map. So you have usually more time in your hand to do the like to find a really good vantage point to know where he's moving to, or like find out where he's going. The second point I want to get to is to know the objectives of the map you're on. So basically, you can do that by completing the campaign, or you can just load into each map and just see where the objectives are. Usually, the main objectives will be pointed out, the target assassin, and the additional objectives are usually not seen. But if you use the binocular and you search the whole map, usually some things get pointed out. So this basically helps you like know where the player is going, from which end to which end he's going, or what he's completed. So you can use that to your advantage and kind of like make traps along the way. Like, you can trap one of the objectives, he can come and he can just blow up, and then you can tag him and kill him if he manages to survive. The third point I want to talk about is like tag the NPCs. Like, use your binoculars and tag the NPC, or use the alt to ask them to stay alert. So what happens is, when you use this, the when he gets killed, when the enemy will get killed, right? So on the map there'll be an X, and as soon as he's killed, you'll get to know from where, not actually from where, but from what kind of an area, which kind of an area the enemy is at, like the opposing snipers at. So this will help you find and locate and kill him. And to adding to this point, I want to say that always try to, like, well, suppose you know where he's from, like he's killed someone, and then you know where he's from, and he's seen you, or you know that he's going to see you once you try to aim at him. So pre-aim before you um, like shoot, like pre-aim corners basically. So when you're about to see him, or he's there and you're going to shoot him, just pre-aim, so that when you're out in the open, you can just fire the trigger before he pulls the trigger. Point number four I want to talk about is like wait for them to engage the enemy. So this is like having the patience thing. So once the enemy engages the troops, right? So all the troops generally point to the direction where they're being shot at from, and not everybody uses the sound mask. So usually, I would suggest, like, people use the sound mask so that they can not be shot by the invader. But since you are the invader, that point doesn't apply to you. So the troops will usually look towards, so you can find out like a general area from where he is shooting at. Adding to this point, and point number five is, some the bullets usually penetrate through like wood and like grass kind of area. Unless it's like a big segment of grass, it will have like a collision there, so you can't shoot it through that. But usually you can shoot through the wood and the metal and all that, not the stone. But so in authentic difficulty you don't get the red marker, but besides that you can usually see the red marker if you're pointing in the right direction, and if he's behind that you'll usually see the pointer turn red, like the mark, the target will turn red, so you can shoot him there. The point number 6 is you don't have to always kill the enemy from really far away, like snipe and get a headshot. You can close into him, sometimes they don't expect it, because they don't always use their ability to scan the area, because usually they kill everything on their path, right? They're not like ghost. They usually kill a few enemies and they move around, so they don't expect like the invader to be very close to them. So try to get close to them, and like you maybe use the secondary weapon to just shoot him close, or like even melee him if the chance is good. The seventh point I want to talk about is when you're up against duos as an invader. The most difficult part is if they're like coordinating, it's difficult for you to find and kill both of them, because sometimes one will be scouting for the enemy and the other one will be doing the objective. So it's difficult for you to be able to find and kill both of them. So and try like not to, suppose they're in a building, they'll usually booby trap the whole place, so try not to like just go in and try to flush them out, like wait for them to come out or make a move, because if you go in and it's booby trapped, you'll mostly die before you even see them. So wait for them to like, because they're two, right, so they'll be more confident that they can take you down. So what you can do is just wait for them and then try to outplay them depending on whichever map you're on. The eighth point I want to talk about is suppose you're in a map and then you've played that map quite a few times, you find new hiding spots that you can shoot from. So people who get invaded quite often, or people who have been playing the game for some time, they usually know where they're going to get killed from after the enemy spawns. So be smart and like try to find like uncommon areas that you can shoot from. The ninth point is kind of a funny point. So when you do the Axis invasion, you'll unlock skins. So when you unlock skins, the some of the skins are like common NPC skins. So this can be a pro or a con. So you can use the NPC skin to look like an NPC, because sometimes the player doesn't expect an NPC to just run at them or snipe them from like 300 meters away. So you can use the NPC skins to your advantage. The last few side tips, which I'll add in tip number 10 only, because why make the video so long, right? So the last tip I want to talk about, last few tips I want to talk is don't always try to get a headshot. Like I mentioned in the one of the previous point, don't always try to get a headshot, because body shots will kill them. You can incapacitate them and then just shoot them in the head or in the leg, wherever. Like you just need to kill them, right, to win the round. Then booby trap the invasion call, like the call you make to find out where the enemy is, right? So use that to your advantage. Suppose you and the person you're hunting down as a invader, suppose you guys are in the same vicinity, so there'll be a few callers there, right? So try to get to one of the callers and try to booby trap them. It might be booby trapped by the other person also, but you never know. You can always give it a shot. And if you find out that the player is not in that area, don't just leave the bomb there. Like defuse it and take it with you, because you only get one grenade and one telemine, I guess. And I know this sounds a little weird, but not everybody uses the crawl option. So one of the best options sometimes is to just crawl out of a sticky situation. Like if he's already spotted you and you want to become anonymous again, so best way is to crawl, and then usually there are a lot of areas you can crawl to. It might take some time, but it's better to crawl out and then become undetected and then try to kill him after that. And the last thing that I want to add is always remember that the person you're invading has much more inventory than you. Like they have more bombs, they have more traps, they have like armor piercing rounds, explosive rounds. Like they have a lot of options. You just have very limited kit. So what you want to do is be like effectively using your kit and try to be more uh, fast in using your kit because you have a limited kit. Just use it faster than they, because they will use it to trap other to kill the other NPCs. But since you're a player, they'll always forget about you usually. So if you like this, or if there's anything I missed, do mention it in the comment section, and do like and subscribe to support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.